I'm Pops Magellan, bass player, artist, producer, composer, based in Los Angeles, and I'm from Brazil. I produce and write music. I also produce for other people. Sometimes I work also as a musical director. Recently, I did a tour with Arthur Menezes opening for Gales, Kingfish, and Buddy Guy. And I did a tour with Adam Lambert too. I've been touring with him for a few years. I'm releasing songs from my EP Damage. There's a lot of really cool collaborations that I do on it. I write and produce everything and invite amazing musicians and artists to jump in. Bass is my first instrument. I was like 100% sure about the bass. My dad used to play guitar and my brother used to play drums. And I used to watch them rehearsing on the back room of the house. And I was like, can I play bass? I didn't know why. I was 8 years old. I just wanted to play bass. My dad went to the store after convincing him to let me play bass. He went to the store and got like the smallest bass he could find. It was like this red, like 4-string bass. It was just like big. I would sit like, and the bass would be here. I would like, need help to tuning because I couldn't reach it. I do a lot of like funk bass lines, but at the same time melodic, and I do a lot of bass hooks. So there's a lot of like different sounds and approach to bass. It's just like connecting everything, you know. It's another mindset. When you think bass and you think different, you don't think like a guitar or any other instrument. It's like the bass is like the bridge between everything. Like the instrument that connects everything, you know. It's just like so important. It's so specific. And you have to have that thing, that vision to understand what the bass is, you know. I grew up listening to a lot of music, a lot of Brazilian music, classic rock. My parents, they love music so much. And I was always paying attention to the bass. The drums and the bass in Brazilian music, the groove is, they're very like together. There's a lot of percussion, yes. The first things that I think about when I'm writing something is drums and percussion. Brazilian music, like it's very heavy on that, and the bass and the drums are very like connected. That's Brazilians bass player, they have like a different groove. I think the Brazilian music teach me like how to breathe differently. Growing up playing Brazilian music helped me to have like a very specific, very unique way of breathing. Even when I play blues or even when I play funk, there's a different way of jumping around and taking breaks, you know, like the deep breath between like one note to another that gives the whole, you know, character to the player. When I play, I'm really thinking about the drums. Pocket is the first thing when I'm sitting on a gig. First thing that I want to find is a pocket. So I listen a lot to what the drummer is doing. I want to make sure that connects first, that foundation. My music, I do a lot of melodic stuff, but I'm very like funky, and I like even like the slides I like to use as like a percussive thing. So I think I play drums and bass at the same time kind of thing, you know, in my in my head, right? There's a lot happening now. Like what I see is a lot of bass players taking the front band. I just see like the bass getting more and more like playing a very important role in the song, not just the bass line, but the bass sounds too. I think there's a lot of personalities coming out of the bass, you know, minds like really creative players that bringing the bass to the front. I think people are definitely getting more what is bass. Bass is cool. I've been doing this for over 20 years, touring and doing tours and sessions with different artists, different styles. You gotta understand also when you have to be sitting there and just doing what you gotta do, serving the music and not being in the front. I learned how to play bass playing for other people, playing for the music. You can have an amazing band, but if this bass player is not grooving, doesn't matter what style you play. You can play metal, rock, whatever. If the bass player doesn't have the groove, the band is not gonna be like that level, because it's the connection or everything, you know. So where I am right now, I cannot really like plug an amp or, you know, record it, and I need something also practical. So of course I use the SVT Ampeg plugin. So it's just I get the sound that I need, the sound that I want, and I just right here. It's super cool, very easy to use. You can like pick what cabinet you want, if you want like 15 like to 12, or if you want like a 10, or you just pick like your model want. The heads, you can just like try the SVT Classic, the Heritage, like you just go and you can create your own presets. You have like already presets, the producer presets. I love that part. You can just go for like, you know, like for example, other players that you know the sounds already, you just go for it, you know, just go grab them or create your own. It's like, it's just great. It just sounds like, you know, I'm playing an actual amp. I mean, Ampeg helps me to be that one thing between the floor, between the amp and the instrument. It just connects everything for me. I feel solid, get the tones that I want. I really like the warm sound, that vintage, that thing that is like, almost like hugs you. It just like vibrates like and grounds you. It's just like the floor is mine. I'm the floor. The floor is everything's one thing. Like you kind of connect. I love when you sit in a gig like with an amp that you actually connects you to the floor and to your instrument and the amp. There's like something going through. Like, yeah, I think this is what Ampeg makes me feel. That's kind of crazy. What is it? Like a little bit, but this is how I feel. I feel like when you work the floor, you feel the floor, you feel the amp, and it's like everything's one thing. You're really grounded. You're really like comfortable to play, to find the pocket to do, you know, get your sound. When you get to the venue and they have Ampeg, it's just like, great. You know what I mean? Great. I've played so many stations, so many amps, so many setups, but every time that I play Ampeg, I just feel like, I just know that it's gonna work out. And Ampeg has been around since the beginning of, you know, bass amp history. So, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be around for another 75 years and more and more and more, because it's just great and it's the best.